Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Just make sure, okay, sound is going through. Looks like we're all set. I had a little bit of camera issue before the stream, so glad to see everything is working out. Hopping into operational information as of 8 a.m. November January 11th, not November 1st, 2025, regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start with glory to Ukraine. The 1053rd day. Ooh, did I put that right in the... No, I didn't. So let me edit. Okay, we're up to date. The 1053rd day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. And I'm blaming that on, being sick yesterday. Sorry I did not stream. I slept for all of yesterday except for maybe 3 hours, and it wasn't 3 hours together. It was here, there, everywhere. And getting back into it, yeah, we're back to no formatting, but I know how to deal with it now. In total, 213 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. Yesterday, the enemy launched 17 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, dropping 39 guided aerial bombs. In addition, it carried out more than 4,000 artillery strikes, with 218 being from multiple launch rocket systems. Russia also used 1,942 kamikaze drones. The aggressor carried out airstrikes, in particular in the areas of the settlements of Velika Novosilka and Berlatsky in the Donetsk region. Oh, they're trying to get me today. Hatki, Veslyanka, Primorske, Stepnohorisk, Malokatanivka, Novoyakovlivka of the Zaporizhia region. Ooh, those were tough ones. Over the past day, missile troops and artillery of the defense forces hit 2 command posts, 2 air defense systems, 2 ammunition depots, and 10 areas of personnel concentration, along with 2 electronic warfare stations of the Russian invaders. So a lot of stuff being hit behind the lines by artillery and missile troops of Ukraine. Moving into the individual directions, in the Kharkiv direction, the enemy stormed positions of our troops 5 times in the areas of the settlements of Voschansk and Staritsa. And going into deep state or map, in the Kharkiv direction, Voschansk is here and Staritsa is here. Moving over to Kupiansk. Yeah, I say I know how to do it, and I don't do it. In the Kupiansk direction, 8 attacks by the invaders occurred over the course of the day. The defense forces repelled the enemy assaults near Krzyvka, Petropavlivka, Pishkiani, Zarazova, and Lozova. In the Liman direction, that's a lot of attacks. We'll cover that by itself. So hopping back to Kupiansk, Kurashkivka, Petropavlivka, Zarazova, Lazova, and Pushkani. Similar directions almost every day for the Kupiansk direction. Not a lot has changed in the northern part, but there are a few changes. Oops. Russians have crossed this river towards Zapyidny, and on the 9th you see the expansion across the river. But the rest of the Kupiansk front remains relatively unchanged, at least according to Deep State Map. In the Limansky direction, the enemy attacked 39 times. They tried to advance near the settlements of Trdrovhobloki, Hrivka, Zelenigay, Prashatrevna, Makivka, Terny, and Zarechny. That is a large number of attacks. Prashatrevny, Hrivka, Makivka, Terny, Zarechny, and Hirohorivka. There is a lot of fighting along this front in the last couple days. Obviously trying to get back to Liman that Ukrainians cleared back in 2022. In the Savitsk direction, in the area of the settlement of Bilogorivka, the enemy attacked the positions of our troops twice, but was unsuccessful. So, Savitsk, Bilogorivka is here. It seems like most of the attacks in the Savitsk area happen in that city, right up here in the corner. Of course, K2 Brigade is up in this area. They release videos on YouTube all the time. If you want to see the fighting in this area, go check them out. In the Kramatorsk direction, 32 clashes were recorded in the areas of Bilohora, Pretechny, Chasiv Yar, and Stupochny. Going southwest from Savitsk, Kramatorsk, Konstantinivka, Chasiv Yar, and if we zoom in, Stupochny, Pretechny, Chasiv Yar, and Bilohora. Nothing has changed in this area for a long time. A little expansion of the gray zone. Ukrainians are holding the defense in Chasiv Yar and surrounding areas very well. Moving down to the Toretsk direction. The enemy carried out 5 attacks near Toretsk and Chechirbanivka. Not a whole lot of information there, but going directly south from Chasiv Yar, Toretsk, Chechirbanivka. I wish they had more to say because I have a zoomed in map for you. Each of these alarm symbols are areas where Russians have been attacked. Russians are all over the city. They don't necessarily control it. The fighting is ongoing pretty much house to house. It is not a nice fight for... Sorry about that. You know, in city fighting, urban fighting is not a very pleasant thing. Toretsk is one of the reasons that Russians do not want to engage in urban warfare in Pokrovsk and are trying to surround it. Let's see. Over the past 2 weeks, the enemy has been detected in the red areas in almost all areas of Toretsk. The exact lines in the city are still being clarified. Stay tuned for new information. So it's just not a very easy area to get information out of. As you can see, all the red areas are being fought over. You know, I shouldn't say red areas, but the red alarm marks have all been engagements with Russians. Very dangerous fighting going on in Toretsk. Well, very dangerous fighting going on in all the areas, but you know, a house that was cleared one day is not clear the next. So, moving on from Toretsk, we go to the Pokrovsk direction, where the Ukrainian defenders stopped 72 assaults and offensive actions of the aggressor in the areas of Novopoltavka, Tasivka, Beranivka, Mirolubivka, Elizavetivka, Promin, Lisivka, Mirnograd, Novotrud, Zirozov, Udashny, Kotiny, Novoalexandrivka, Novovaslivka, Novoandrivka, Novoelizavetivka, Andrivka, Kurakova, Dashny, Petropavlivka, Yaznove, and Yantarny. It's important to note that the Kurakova direction is now considered part of Petrovsk direction. So, a little bit of a bigger update than before. Kalinova, Beranivka, Elizavetivka, Mirolubivka, Romin, Mirnograd, of course, Pokrovsk, Sukovyar, Lisivka, Zeleny, Novotrud, Bishkany, Kotiny, Upensivka, Novoalexandrivka, Novovaslivka is here. Novoelizavetivka, Yaznove, Petropavlivka, Dashny, and Kurakovo, and last but not least, Yantarny. So it's become a very large direction, and unfortunately a direction with a very large number of Russian assaults. Excuse me. Still not 100% over the cold. In the Novopavlivka direction, the enemy attacked our positions 14 times near Constantinople, Zelenivka, Rozdolny, Nova Velika, Novosilka, and Neshchuny. Yeah, I don't know why they changed the name from Vermika, but Zelnivka, Constantinople, Rozdolny, Velika Novosilka. Oh, shoot. A lot of names, and I forgot which one. And Nishkushny. Okay. Nishkushny is here just south of Velika Novosilka. So, again, 14 attacks in that area, 72 in Pokrovsk. In the Orhiv, Huliopol, and Dniprovsky directions over the past day, no combat clashes have occurred. Now, that is the last attacks that happened yesterday. Guliopol, Orhiv, and Dnipro River area, all clear of attacks yesterday. In the operational zone in Kerch, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine have repelled 29 attacks by the Russian invaders over the past day. The enemy carried out 386 artillery strikes, 14 of them from multiple launch rocket systems. In the Volyn and Polizia directions, no signs of the formation of offensive enemy groups have been detected. Our soldiers are inflicting significant losses on the occupation forces in manpower and equipment, and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with a graphic. And as always, we end with join the Defense Forces, Razom de Peremojemo, and Slava Ukraina. Let me get my speech from Zelensky up today. It's nice having a speech from him again, because over the last couple of days he has been doing a lot of diplomatic work, from Ramstein summit to, Italy, and other areas. That the dude's nonstop. He's like Rick. Rick's the Energizer Bunny of streaming. Well, Zelensky is the nonstop machine of politics.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці, українки. Щойно провів ставку. Головне – наші операції з дронами та закупівлі на цей рік. Закупівлі усього, що необхідно силам оборони. Сьогодні доповідали щодо контрактів. Тих, які вже виконуються, і тих, які заплановані. Це спільне завдання виробників зброї, наших урядовців та всіх, хто залучений, зробити цей рік рекордним щодо дронів всіх видів, а також суттєво наростити виробництво українських ракет, артилерії, всієї необхідної техніки. Я доручив збільшити кількість замовлень дронів, це вже виконується, наші арсенали – це одна з гарантій незалежності, як і влучність наших воїнів. І я дякую всім нашим підрозділам, які завдають ударів по території Росії, по військових об'єктах, по військовій логістиці окупанта. Все більше має бути таких важливих результатів. Хороший є також санкційний удар на цьому тижні. Я вдячний партнерам за це. Є американські санкції проти нафтового сектору Росії, санкції проти тіньового танкерного флоту, проти компаній, таких як Сургутнефтегаз. Це особистий гаманець Путіна. Також дякую за санкції проти функціонерів Росатома, і це важливо тиснути на російську атомку за те, що вони досі утримують в заручниках нашу Запорізьку атомну станцію. Велика Британія теж робить свої нові санкційні кроки, щоб обмежити доходи Москви від енергоресурсів. Є новий санкційний пакет і від Японії проти російського виробництва зброї. Обмежується постачання компонентів, деякі вагомі схеми, що підтримують російське виробництво зброї. Цими днями під час візиту в Італію теж говорили, зокрема, щодо санкцій. Італія принципово підтримує цей тиск на Росію. Я дякую за допомогу в блокуванні російських схем обходу санкцій. Також за спільну роботу в ЄС для продовження всіх форм примусу Росії до миру. Сьогодні також міністр оборони Умєров доповів щодо своїх перемовин на Рамштайні з партнерами. Наші оборонні коаліції, вони працюють ефективно. І ще один результат цього тижня – наші хлопці із сил спеціальних операцій, а саме тактична група номер 84, а також воїни-десантники взяли в полон 2 солдатів з Північної Кореї. Вони живі і вже доставлені в Київ в полон. Їх взяли на Курщині, і це було непросто. Інші військові з Північної Кореї та росіяни намагаються добивати своїх поранених корейців. І саме, щоб вони не потрапили в полон. Зараз ці двоє отримують медичну допомогу, спілкуються зі слідчими СБУ. Росіяни видають цим корейцям свої документи, але нікого цим не обмануть. Саме Росія робить все для продовження і розширення війни і буде за це відповідати. Слава всім нашим воїнам! Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні.
Clicked the wrong button. I'm good at that. Well, I was hoping Blonde would have that link for the drones because I have a special video today that I wanted to show you guys. This is a video from the 42nd. The main... I'm having a brain fart, senior moment, whatever you want to call it. Viper is the 422nd. It's attached to the 42nd. And here is a video about a day in the life in the 42nd in Kharkiv direction. So, as you're watching this video, remember to bug Blonde Bombsheller Brigade, thank you. And tell her to get you the link. Here it is, a day in the life of the 42nd.
Група контролю бойового стресу проведуть навчання по психологічній підготовці. Олександр, Ігор, Іван, значить, розкажуть вам, підкреслити для себе, дізнаєтесь якусь нову інформацію, позадаєте питання.
Саме так, або схоже, співпрацю між військовослужбовцями та психологами бачать ті, хто її організовує та забезпечує безперервний зв'язок між ними.
Точніше, група контролю бойового стресу, з самої назви можна здогадатися, що це безпосередня робота більше з психологічною стороною військовослужбовців. Тобто це та швидка допомога, коли військовослужбовці знаходяться під постійним стресом завжди. І наша безпосередня функція – це робота з ними, врівноважувати їх психологічний стан, надавати допомогу при гострих кризових станах. Тобто це постійна робота, це постійне спілкування з військовослужбовцями, це знайти підхід, знайти ті вплив важелі допомоги, які в момент гострої кризи вивести його зі стану, вивести його з цього гострого стану, з цього стану стресу.
А далі відгуки безпосередніх учасників процесу, бійців, що повертаються з гарячих точок на кількаденне відновлення фізичне і обов'язково психологічне.
У мене було особисте питання, яке я самостійно не міг знайти вирішення. І сьогоднішня розмова мені дуже допомогла.
Ну, просто виговоритися, так, бо в собі держати постійно теж не треба, бо тяжко, будемо казати. А так як виговорився, то стає легше.
Робота з АКБС, по-перше, в першу чергу допомагає тому, що ми розуміємо, що завжди можливість є отримати чи допомогу, чи консультацію, чи пораду. Коли є з ким спілкуватися на цю тему, завжди воно легше переноситься будь-яка тягота військової служби.
Okay, I've been waiting for that moment to be able to stop it. The guys are sitting there talking about how things change from being on the line to being rotated off back. You see them back in their houses behind the line. And this was filmed, I believe it was back in November. It's much colder, much snowier, much whiter now.
А так свою роботу описують ті, хто стоїть на варті психологічного здоров'я наших козаків.
Методи допомоги тут обумовлені інструкціями. Це саморегуляції, контроль дихання, це м'язове напруження, контроль, уява, позитивне формування образів, так само спілкування, комунікативна підтримка. Тобто це основні методи, що ми використовуємо, щоб відновити людину, підтримати, стабілізувати.
Якби люди трошки з сторони, збоку, можна сказати, вони можуть поділитися більше різними секретами, травмами, в особистому спілкуванні не соромляться навіть розповідати про якісь такі сімейні проблеми, про речі, про які їм соромно розповідати своїм побратимам. Тобто, я думаю, ГКБС виконує дуже важливу роль в армії.
А ще не завадить підкреслити, що службовці групи контролю бойового стресу надають свої послуги не тільки в кризових ситуаціях, ба більше своєю щоденною роботою та контролем за морально-психологічним станом особового складу вони створюють мінімальні умови для виникнення тих самих кризових ситуацій.
Профілактика завжди краще, ніж лікування, і таким чином це підтримка, розуміння текучих проблем, розуміння ресурсних станів військовослужбовців, задіяння їх, тобто активізація, щоб людина могла відновлювати завдяки своїм внутрішнім ресурсам.
Коли ми збираємо групами по одному, по двоє, знаєте, такі бесіди приватні на різні теми, які реально трошки легше стає на душі та й спокійніше.
Well, unfortunately, it was not translated into English for you guys. My Ukrainian is good enough. I could keep up with the conversation in my head, but trying to translate it for you guys, I would fail so bad. Oh, hey, Blue, how's it going? Thank you to the 42nd for sharing that look into their lives and sharing their stories. Again, this is another video I'm going to send over to Dmitry at War Translated, and hopefully he will have time to subtitle it for us. So look for this over on Dmitry's channel, War Translated. Sorry, Blue, I'm not that good at keeping up with chat. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot where I was at. Let's get to the top of the day. Well, this was a couple days ago, actually. Videos from a couple days, but 72 enemy UAVs, 33 shot down, 34 were lost in location due to electronic warfare. Unfortunately, there was 5 hits. Frontline area in the north of the Chernihiv region, a civilian was injured. In Kyiv, a UAV fell on a high-rise building, damaging the building and 24 cars. There were no casualties, thankfully. This was the video from yesterday from Zelensky. Again, it's all in Ukrainian, but I think that's the only thing you need to know. Hashtag bring kids back. Here's the video. Sorry for cutting onions. Let me back this up since I should explain this. 449 have been returned. Bring Kids Back UA is the organization. Alicia, 8 years old. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this name. Nastia. It's a nickname for Anastasia. So instead of Anna, instead of Tasia, it's Nastia. And he's 16 years old. Ethan, 14 years old. I don't know how to say the name. Again, 17-year-old. Again, I can't say the name. Give me a minute. That was just a few of the kids that have been brought back from Russia. We need to do everything we can to bring the rest of them home. Not normally a video I'd share, but operational ZCU Telegram channel was fundraising for this. I donated to here and wanted to share the Starlink with you guys.
Щиро вдячний телеграм-каналу оперативно ЗСУ за надану допомогу у вигляді Starlink та ЕКФО. Вірте в Збройні Сили України, перемога буде за нами. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Starlink and EcoFlow to a unit that needed it so bad, the 24th. Separate. I forget what these abbreviations stand for. Separate. Not assault. Mobile or mechanized brigade. Separate mechanized brigade. Oh, come on. Never translate when I need it to. I do this the other way. According to the Central Intelligence Agency, the reason for the attack on the Gatra Inatek. Anyways, the attacks in Russia on 2 factories is that the aggressor country covertly is using these enterprises to produce military products. That's according to our CIA. Oh, a couple of people hopped into chat. Hey there, Anna. Oh, that's why I'm on top chat instead of live chat. Oh, I apologize if I haven't seen your messages. Stupid top chat with YouTube's frustration. Anyways, of course, Ukrainians hit them with UAVs, drones. But Russia is fully wartime industry right now. There isn't an industry running in Russia that isn't contributing to the war. So these buildings, yeah, that Russia's going to say it was a brick plant, but they weren't just making bricks. Okay, everybody's crying. Me too. So here's some something to make you laugh. This is a Chechnyan pretending to shoot in the air and well, you'll see. Whoopsie daisy. So, here 1 minute, gone the next. One more time. I thought that'd be a good comic relief. You used to have the option in Nick, but they changed that to only top chat for the default now. So unless you remember to change it, and like I have the memory of a guy, so I don't always remember to change it. And you guys all remember this phrase, at least you should. Stop, drop, and roll. Apparently they don't teach that in Russia, because Yeah, I'm getting an adult content for this one, but I don't care. Oh, I saw the video. I didn't know what it was, so I just skipped over it. I didn't realize the woman was throwing the cake on the Gazprom boss. Yeah, since I'm already gonna get the adult content, I don't really care. But the reason I'm showing this video, even though I normally don't show these kind of videos, is this guy is purposely hiding his face and, well, dropping a firebomb right between his legs. And, well, I won't show all of that, but I will fast forward to the end. The guy's still alive, so it's not, right there is proof that African mercenaries are in Ukraine fighting on the side of Russia. This is an interesting video. It's a coordinated effort between the 14th, 38th, and 117th Brigades. All three of them ganging up on a Russian assault that did not succeed. Okay, my Latin's kind of old and rusty. But someone that's more refreshed on Latin than me, Victoria amat fidelis, victory through brotherhood. And apparently the Russians had a guy that was the Flash, because he ran quickly from that drone drop, and here's the video. Oh, that's loud. Oh yeah, this isn't the one yet. These FPVs have become the new artillery of the modern warfare. It's amazing how much it's changed the battlefield. Okay. This guy's gonna play the Flash here in a second. Here's the FPV. There's the guy. And there he goes, right off the screen. The Apache group. And of course the Owl Man is back. And this time with two.
Парочка наша. ночного видения и дневного видения. Слава Украине!
Героям слава!
I can't tell if that's an owl and an eagle or two owls. I'm not sure. Maybe a falcon. I don't know. I can't tell. But I love how the owl nuzzles up against him.
Парочка наша. Ночного видения и дневного видения. Слава Украине!
Героям слава!
Just like a little puppy. Oh, daddy. You hear about the meat waves. You don't really get to see it very much on a lot of these videos. Assaults of 80 people, strikes with HIMARS, animal marines, FPV hunting. We'll have to skip some of that in the later part of the video. For the past few weeks, the Russian army has been intensively trying to storm positions of Ukrainian brigades in the Kerch region. Now the Russian tactics in Kerch have changed a lot. They've brought their meat here and are carrying out assault operations with large numbers of people.
Тактика саме зараз в них дуже змінилась, тому що вони нагнали сюди дуже велику орду свого м'яса і проводять штурмові дії саме великою кількістю людей. Що раніше це були малі групи, вони їх затягували там двойками, скажімо так, по два військовослужбовця, натягувалися, накопичувались, а потім починали якісь штурмові дії. То зараз вони просто ордою валять, як...
Take that back, Nero. That's my scooter when I get to Kyiv.
В часи Великої світової по полю м'ясом по 20-30 чоловік. І саме ця тактика, вона є в певних ділянках успішною, тому що вони викликають на себе скупчення нашої артилерії, скупчення наших ударних дронів, і вони просто не встигають їх підловлювати по полю. І вони мають певний успіх, заскакують ці посадки, і там вже приходиться вступати в бій нашій піхоті. Тому саме зараз ми робимо акцент на нарощення позицій, нарощення кількості особового складу на позиціях, тому що якщо ми їх не встигли підловити на підступах, то там вже має воювати піхота. Роль дронів надзвичайно велика в Курській операції, тому що тут є проблеми зі зв'язком. Зв'язок буває нестабільний, так само без інтернету це дуже важко орієнтувати пілотів.
Hit by FPVs to disable them.
Як могли, працювали по радіостанції. Визначальним є ще артилерійські системи та касетні боєприпаси. Це дуже ефективний засіб, який нам дуже потрібний, але він дуже лімітований зараз. Він ефективно нищить ворога, і якщо там 2-3 хоча б гармати наведені там касетними боєприпасами вистрілюють по цій орді, яка йде там 20-30 чоловік по полю, то як мінімум половини будуть знищені. Менша кількість добіжить до наших позицій, і нашій піхоті буде легше відражати атаку. Відмінність російської армії від нашої, вона є за рахунок свого людського ресурсу, технічного, вона не цінує свій особовий склад, вона не цінує свою техніку і посилає людей просто на м'ясо без конкретної там мети, без постановки нормальної задачі.
Skip that.
Це було
I think the rest of this video is I have to skip because it shows stuff that will be community guideline strikes. I think the title from Warriors Ukrainian says it best. The Russian disease spreads. This is Voschansk, recorded 2 days ago, if I remember correctly.
По тисині, плине
You know, it looks like a city out of Mad Max. It's just amazing what Russia has done to Ukraine. This is, you know, as they say, the Russia Mir, you know, the Russian peace, the Russian world. You can't have good things. You have to be a shit pile like us. And this is what they're doing to every Ukrainian city, village, and town along the front. We'll play that again, and I'm going to look for an image really quick. I'm still looking. Give me a second. This one will have to do. This is Voschansk in 2016. High-rise buildings. You know, individual house, summer kitchen, garage, cats playing around. Oh, there's a garage. You know, I bet if we looked in that video, we could find this place. As a matter of fact, it could easily be one of these places right here. Right across from the high-rise buildings. There's nothing left to tell. You see anything recognizable in there that looks like this? You know, your neighbor's two-story house. You know, the old Dasha, the new one built up. This old summer kitchen, the old farm or the barn. You know, nice trees right in the middle of the courtyard. That's what's left of the trees. Sticks. Show you where this was on the map. Oh, I still get the wrong one. Dang it. So, right here. So it was one of these houses right here. Right there's the high-rise buildings you see in the background of the image. Okay. There's the high-rise buildings. There's the house. That's the intersection where the picture's tagged. That's the, this is the intersection where it's tagged. That's that corner right there in that video. Nothing left of Voschansk. We already watched that. I shared it again from another channel. Krasnodar. Russians finally finding out what it's like to be in a city being attacked. That's the air defense trying to shoot down the Ukrainian drones. I don't speak Russian, so Ooh. That was the explosion. Oh. Okay, cutting onions again. Sorry for this, but it needs to be seen. This is Pokrovsk.
Скажите, у вас ленточки вот белые.
Ну, будем надеяться, что они помогают.
Откуда это пошло?
Откуда это пошло? Ну, один повесил ленточку, другой повесил ленточку. Один спросил у другого, зачем это. Другой говорит, дрон летел. Я выбежал, начал махать руками, он покружился возле меня и полетел дальше.
Это гражданские машины как бы вешают, ну как бы от дронов это не спасает. То есть дроны все равно как бы бьют и по обычным машинам, по машинам как бы военных.
Це було прильот.
Там кров просто.
А?
Кров поранила когось?
Там, да, 3 жіночки. Одна, походу, вже загинула. Ну, вивезли всіх живих, але одна там голова, травма голови.
Обстановка тяжелая в городе, идут постоянные обстрелы. Люди как бы в городе есть, вот живут. Воду техническую подвозят и питьевая есть. Сегодня очень сильно громко с утра в городе. Летает авиация, работает артиллерия, работает и работают грады.
Well, Radio Free Liberty showing us what it's like in Pokrovsk. Well, the video for the 42nd, I already showed that to you today. 225th in the Toretsk area. This is an old video when they first crossed the line. This is the Russian trenches that they captured in the first days.
6 серпня було взято на прикордонні з Курською областю такий опорний пункт. Зараз вам покажу невелику частину його. Значить, тут був умивальничок, все дела.
Ну вот это русский укрепрайон. У них самое любимое это вот они туалеты делают такие интересные. Сразу рядом с душем. Я думаю, кто был в России, тот понимает, о чем я говорю.
Далі пішли бліндажі. Щоб ви розуміли масштаби ротного опорного пункту. Значить, що собою представляють бліндажі? Закопаний контейнер. Зверху пліти, збоку пліти. Можна ходити, блукати днями, тут і не зустрітись друг з другом. Далі йде коридор. Тут у них був міні-спортзал. Ну, такі всякі прикольчики. Тут пішли вогневі позиції вже. Це ДОТ. Погано видно. ДОТ представляє собою бетонну конструкцію, повністю монолітну.
ДОТ бетонный. Тот, который 225 брал. Укреп этот. Просто бетонный ДОТ.
Interesting look back at the beginning of the incursion into Kursk. 108th Brigade showing us their operations in Zaporizhia. You know, the accuracy of some of these drone pilots to be able to fly through like a broken window is just amazing to me. Already covered the situation in Toretsk, and the last video I have for you tonight is a video from the 46th Brigade. Some of their defense towards the end of Korokova's occupation. You saw what the FPV operator sees at the end of that flight, how they still are able to get it into the holes in that thing. And unfortunately, that is the last video I have for you for today. As for the air alerts, well, you saw a cluster down here, mostly from FPV drones tonight. Sumi has been under air alert for 45 minutes. Again, it is 5:30 in the morning in Ukraine. You know, Russia doing their attacks at night while people try to sleep, and they're targeting apartment buildings. Moving on from the air alerts, Ukraine has captured 2 North Korean soldiers in Russia. They can no longer deny that the soldiers are North Korean. So, proof of the escalation that Russia is doing, because they can't win a war against a country that's 1/5 their size and that refuses to be bullied by a 2-year-old throwing a temper tantrum. 1 hour ago, Ukraine has hit one of Russia's largest oil refineries in a drone strike. I have not seen the video for this. I'll have to go scour some more to see if I could find some video for that for later. Ukraine claimed Saturday to have struck one of Russia's largest oil refineries in a drone attack, starting a fire at the facility more than 700 miles into Russian territory. The attack on Tenneco refinery in the city of Nizhnekamsky, Tatarstan, is one of the biggest, most modern refineries in Russia. Second time the facility has been struck by Ukrainian forces within the space of a year. Social media images geolocated by CNN appear to show massive flames and smoke in the dark skies as workers trudge through snow, evacuating from the fiery building. Despite the footage, the press service of the Republic of Tatarstan denied there had been a fire at the plant, insisting instead that it had been carrying out a mock evacuation as safety exercises. Oh, God. They can't even admit it. You know, that's the scary thing. They can't even admit when they get hit. The glowing images shown in the video are the work of the plant's torches. Oh God, I really need to see this video now. The destruction of refineries and oil depots directly affects Russia's ability to wage an intense war. Kolovnenko said the refinery has also been hit in the spring in an attack that damaged its primary processing unit. Last April, Ukrainian drone attacks in Tatarstan targeted both a Shahid drone assembly factory and a primary oil refining unit at this refinery. It is one of the largest such facilities in Russia. The attack last April was at the time the furthest into Russian territory Ukraine had struck since the beginning of the war. Good news, good news. Yeah, I'm going to skip that over. I haven't read that, so I like to know more before I share opinions. Yes, we all know the battle for Kursk has been going on for quite some time. Yeah, we all have heard about the sanctions by now against the Russian shadow fleet of oil tankers. You know, sanctions are never a quick fix. They're a long-term deterrence. And unfortunately, one person in Moscow decided that he didn't care if his country suffered as long as he got what he wanted. Oh, Ukraine's shotgun drones are hunting individual Russians instead of just drones. Dude, imagine walking down the road and having his drone fly over you with a shotgun and shooting at you. Time to give up, dude. I don't think I need to read it after that. That's old news. That's the one that the oil depot that they hit a couple days ago next to the airfield. So this is a different refinery they're talking about. Culture war? It's not a culture war. Ukraine is working to... I hate paywalls. Oop, I almost closed that. So Ukraine's working to beat Russia's unjammable fiber optic drones. Would be nice to read about it, but Business Insider decides to block you rather than let you read and watch their ads. And, of course, covering old news. Trump's Ukraine envoy says world must reinstate maximum pressure on Iran. Yeah, well, at least somebody's saying it finally. The first time Iran sent Shaheeds to Russia, this should have been the message from the U.S. government. Yeah, that's all there really looks to be that's new and interesting enough to read. So that's all I have for the news. Yeah, but then Kinza says there are websites that remove the paywalls. Yes, there are. But then you're still giving them views and ad revenue while you're on their page. If there's a paywall, I'd rather not visit that news site at all and get them any revenue. But yeah, there's stuff out there that people are sponsored for, and they go and use this service and avoid paywalls. I've seen them. I'd rather not give them the ad revenue. Take away the paywall. We want to read one article a week from you. We'll watch the ads to do the one article a week. Oh, did I ever go over the Russian losses? I don't think I did. I think I skipped that. Yes, I did skip that. I apologize. So, Blue, come back. I'm sorry. And here's your total combat losses of the enemy for, I almost did it again, January 11th, not November 1st, the 1053rd day of the full-scale Russian invasion. Today, Russia lost 1,570 personnel. I still can't get over the losses being over 806,500 people. There's a story from the ISW, Institute for the Study of War. I have an excuse, Ronnie. I was sick. I'm still not 100%, but anyways, train of thought. I have one. Institute of Study for the Study of War did an article, I believe it was 2 or 3 days ago. They sat there and calculated it out that Russia is losing 102 people per square kilometer that they capture. 102 people per square kilometer. Think about that next time you're driving. So, yeah, 0.62 miles. So next time you're going to the grocery store and, watch your odometer. And every time that ticks over, just remember Russia's losing 102 people for every 0.62 turns of that mile marker, per kilometer. You drive 12 miles, and that's what, 2,000 Russian casualties for that land. It's Oh, they also said they also said that there was 8,000 some square kilometers left of Donetsk Oblast that Russia has not occupied yet. So, do the math. They only need to double their losses to finish occupying Donetsk. Only 8,000 square kilometers to go. Another 800,000 Russians that will never do anything again. Anyways, I digress and move on to tanks. Russia lost 10 tanks yesterday. Armored personnel vehicles lost 18. Artillery systems 28. Anti-aircraft warfare systems 1,042. With one of them being from today. It sickens me in a way because this one stat alone represents more money than I can even imagine. You figure each one of these is between $15 and $30 million. That's a lot of money Russia's thrown away because of one man's ambition to have the USSR back. 74 UAVs were lost, 61 vehicles yesterday, and 3 special equipment. Yeah, that's a sign of the times, Adam. Adam Round says, I see more Russians speaking against Putin publicly. It's hard to say. If there's a tipping point, it can get bad for Putin. And I think they've reached that tipping point. Finally. Unfortunately, I was wrong when in 2022, I said 500,000 is when Russia would start waking up. It took 800,000 for them to start waking up. I wish it was sooner. For Ukraine's sake, I wish it was sooner. That is the losses for today. It's good to see the air alert has dropped off. Ukraine under a peaceful sky for at least a little bit. Tomorrow night is going to be a very late night stream. Taking my mom to the airport, so I will not be on at 8:15 Central Time. I will be at least 3 hours later. I'm planning on midnight my time. So 8 a.m. Ukraine time. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night. Thank you for coming to the stream. Especially thank you for supporting Ukraine. Stay safe, everybody. Okay, you want to hear something really funny? General Consensus said as the outro was playing, Constantine said he was followed again by a government agent in Uzbekistan. There's a guy I know next town over from me. He's been in the United States for going on 30 years. Still had a Russian passport because, well, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. He can't renew his passport, so he has no passport right now. He was contacted and asked if he knows me. So it's not just, big guys out there. They follow up on everybody. Like,